Hey, Brian here, First International Bank and Trust. Wanted to talk today about questions on how to finance a vacation home or a second home property, what that looks like, some different options, and things to consider with that. So, I wanted to jump right in. First, most important thing is obviously the location of where the property is located. So, if you own a home, let's say locally here in Sioux Falls, and you're purchasing another home in the immediate area and wanted to classify that as a second home, probably going to run into some snags in the underwriting process. So it does need to be like a legitimate second home in a second home location that makes sense. So if you've got family, say on the west side of the state, or you're looking at say a vacation home in the lakes area in Okoboji or a lake in Minnesota, or even down in Florida or Arizona, that typically makes a lot of sense, and you'd qualify to check that box on the location. So what you want to be careful there is you're not trying to purchase like an investment property and call it your second home. It does need to be a true second home that you plan to occupy as your own when you are in the area and on vacation and things like that. So that's the first big thing. Second thing is it does need to be typically a conventional loan or what we would call like an in-house bank loan. Things like VA financing, FHA, USDA, none of those programs allow for second homes. So those are only for your primary residence, not for a vacation or a rental property. So you're looking at typically conventional financing. Down payments, the third part there, down payment matters a lot, probably even more than most loan programs. So the larger the down payment you make, the lower the interest rates and more favorable the terms. If you put less down, your interest rate's not going to be nearly as favorable as it would be if you put more down. So down payment matters a lot. Talk a little bit about where that down payment can come from. It could be cash that you've got saved up. It could be a gift from a family member. Big one right now would be like a home equity line of credit, or even refinancing your current mortgage on your primary residence and pulling that cash out for that down payment. So in theory, you wouldn't necessarily need to part with any of your cash. You could pull some from the home you already own and then finance the rest on the new place that you're buying. So very popular option right now, especially with home values for the most part that have kind of skyrocketed here in the last couple of years. Most folks are finding they've got a lot of equity in their home right now. So and then the next thing I wanted to hit on, qualifying for a second home or vacation property. They're going to look at, in the underwriting process, they're going to look at your primary residence, any other debts you have, and then also the new mortgage as well. So you've got to be able to qualify for all of those payments added together, and they look at that with your monthly budget. So you're going to want to make sure that you qualify for that and you're not depending on any sort of potential rental income that you're planning on down the road from that property. So, and then the last thing would be what's called reserves, or extra funds setting aside that you're going to basically have available to you after you've made the down payment and paid for all the costs and everything associated with that purchase. Most of the underwriting programs are going to want to see that you've got extra money just setting aside kind of in reserves or a separate account, or left over in checking your savings, just if anything would come up and you've basically are in a good spot where you've got the cash to be able to cover that. So that's basically the gist of it on the second home programs. Our bank, First International Bank and Trust, we do have a couple of specific programs that could work really well right now for buying a second home. We've got a program we designed to be a little bit more competitive on a 30-year fixed rate than maybe some of the other options that are out there. And then we also do a lot of what we would call like our in-house or portfolio lending, which would be more on like a 3, 5, or 7-year ARM term, or it's more of a shorter term solution where you can kind of set things up and make sense of it for your situation. So if you've got questions, feel free to reach out to us. Second homes is one we're getting a lot of questions on right now. Just wanted to answer those for you and help you if you are looking to purchase anywhere, like I said, in the lakes area, Minnesota, a lot of Florida, Arizona. We're actually licensed in all 50 states. So give us a call, shoot us a message here, and we'd love to help answer those questions for you. Thanks.